Britain's military intelligence believes that Russian attacks are gaining more traction in Bakhmut.
The Ukrainian military released this video showing troops fighting house to house in damaged buildings, but British intelligence says it believes Russian troops have, quote, regained some momentum there and have likely advanced into the city centre.
Meanwhile, Ukrainian officials are making it clear that they're not ready for any territorial concessions to Russia. That appears to walk back remarks from a top presidential advisor who suggested to the Financial Times that Crimea could be up for negotiation.
A Ukrainian aircraft producer wants to get the world's largest plane back in the sky.
The Antonov 225 was a one-of-a-kind which Ukraine built in the 1980s. It was an engineering marvel before it was destroyed in the early days of the war. But as David Mackenzie reports, Ukraine is not ready to give up on it.
The first hours of the war. Russian elite forces descending on Hostomel Airport outside Kyiv. Their intended launch pad to the capital. It didn't work out. Ukrainian forces famously pushed the Russians back, and they made a discovery at Hostomel. The pride of Ukraine, the remarkable AN-225 or Maria cargo plane, gutted in the fighting.
You know, it was feeling like you are a part of something great.
It's the first time pilot Yevgeny Bashinsky has come back.
Yevgeny, coming back here, it must be quite hard for you. What's the emotion like?
It's very hard to be here and to see all these situations, destroyed plane, destroyed hangars. It's quite hard to see.
The Ukrainian Antonov company says it wants to rebuild this one-of-a-kind giant, no matter what it takes. Designer Valery Kostyuk says they've already retrieved much of what they can use.
You can feel the extraordinary size of this plane inside the fuselage. The Maria was the heaviest plane in the world, and it could carry up to 250 tons inside or even on top.
Designed to transport the Soviet-era Buran spacecraft, the Antonov company refurbished the Maria multiple times. With 6 turbofan engines, each with more than 50,000 pounds of thrust, and a 32-wheel landing gear system, the Maria was a marvel, an outsized hit with plane spotters and aviation enthusiasts.
When you were flying this plane, so many people wanted to take photos of it, follow it. What was that like?
I was feeling a great responsibility, not only to operate this plane properly, correctly, but it was also a great responsibility because you are attracting a lot of attention. A few days after, you can open the YouTube and see all what have you done.
But to put Maria back in the sky, the Antonov company says it could cost nearly $1 billion and take years. But for Ukrainians, it's a point of pride. David Mackenzie, CNN, Kyiv, Ukraine.
A Moscow court has set a date to hear an appeal of the arrest of an American journalist. That is according to Russian state media, which cited the court. Evan Gershkovich is a reporter for the Wall Street Journal, and he faces up to 20 years in prison on espionage charges.
The Journal vehemently denied the charges, calling it a, quote, vicious affront to a free press. The court will hear the appeal on April the 18th. His arrest marks a significant escalation of both Moscow's tensions with the US and its campaign against foreign news media.